Hello, everyone, and welcome to your cosmic guidance, focusing in on the new moon in Leo that's happening on July 31st at 11:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So depending on where you are in the world, what time zone you're in, this will, of course, be at a different time for you. But all the same, we're pulling in this energy of a beautiful new beginning after going through so many changes in July. And I love that this is happening at 11:11 p.m. Eastern because I love angel numbers, and 1111 is one that appears for me everywhere. So this is super powerful. So we're going to take a look at the astrological chart surrounding this new moon. I'm going to go over some of the main aspects that are happening and give you guidance on harnessing this energy for your manifestation. And I'm going to finish up by giving you some guidance from the Akashic records. So for those of you who are new to me, welcome. If you've been following me for a while, welcome. My name is Melendy, and I'm passionate about helping you co-create magic with the universe and just connecting back to your soul, your truth, and from that space, realizing the power that you have to attract all that you desire, and at the same time, make the impact that you know your soul is here to make in the world. Because I know if you're drawn to me and you resonate with my work, that you are a light worker and you know your soul incarnated for a special reason, and that you are here to spread love and light in the world, and you have a special mission that you're on. So let's dive in. Let's take a look at this chart. I'm going to share my screen for you here. It says, give me a moment and we will pop up this beautiful new moon chart. There we go. So here is the chart surrounding this beautiful new moon in Leo. So of course the focus is down here where we have the sun and the moon both at 8 degrees of Leo. So Leo energy is so fun, it's so playful, it's so creative. It rules over the 5th house in astrology, and I refer to the 5th house as the fun house because it governs children, it governs romance, our creativity, our playfulness. It's just this beautiful energy that we're pulling in, and it's this reminder to be confident in who you are. And when I think of Leo, the phrase that always comes to mind is having the courage to take center stage in your life and just to fully claim that, not wait for somebody else to give you permission to do what you're here to do or to own your power or own your worth. Leo in its highest expression is about digging deep and giving yourself permission to own it, giving yourself permission to stand in your power. Now, there also is just such a playful energy that we embrace as we go into Leo season, and that is really kicking off here with the new moon in Leo. So don't take things so seriously. It's a great time to really look at how I can expand into more joy and playfulness in my life, and also looking at connecting to your inner child. What does she need to feel safe in the world? What does she need to fully feel like she can express herself and be all of who she is? Now, in the shadow side of Leo, we see too much of a focus on the ego or this feeling of pride, or what I really want to focus in on to help you kind of cultivate that awareness is in the shadow, it can need this external validation in order to feel that worth or that sense of empowerment. And that's when we know it's coming from a place of the ego. It's like needing to be treated like royalty, needing all of this in order for me to feel okay. Now, when it comes from like the heart space, the heart center, Leo does rule over the heart. So we're stepping into more love and compassion for ourselves, for our world. We want to lead not from our ego, not from needing things to look a certain way so that I know I'm okay, I know I'm worthy, but it's already innately knowing that. And then coming at it from the space of love, of knowing I'm worthy because I exist. My desires are placed in my heart for a reason, and I'm now going to claim that. And when you stand really strongly and firmly in your power, other people sense that energy, and it gives them permission to really step up and step into that energy in their life as well. So it's like a service you do to the world. And whether you're a Leo or not, that doesn't matter. We're all pulling in this energy right now. We're all learning, how can I claim this in my life? Now, speaking a little bit about the chakra system, it is very much associated with the heart space. Leo rules over the heart, but I also associate it with the solar plexus because Leo and the sun go hand in hand, and I always see the solar plexus as being our inner sun and having that willpower and that confidence to go after what you want and really persist. And after we have gone through eclipse season, we have undergone so many changes. And now the key is not to fall back into those old patterns. Don't allow yourself to go back there. Don't get stuck in that old loop of energy. This is new. This is new. You're stepping into something new. And it takes courage and it takes confidence to do that, because even if what you're doing in different areas of your life right now isn't working for you and you know you need to change, change is still scary, and it's scary to the body because we're stepping into this space of the unknown. And ultimately, our brain, our body, its goal is to keep us alive, and change can threaten that in a way because we're like, I don't know if it's safe. So even if what you're doing now isn't necessarily working, in some way, you know, it's kept me alive. So you're staying in that space. But with this new moon energy, and that's huge, really just like breathe into that and realize that. And more importantly, realize, what if it's safe to step into this next level in my life, this next level in my journey? What if I could feel that it's safe on such a core level, that it's safe in my body? Because that's when you begin to attract and manifest a new experience, when you're vibrating on every level out into the universe, that it's safe for me to up level, it's safe for me to feel empowered, confidence, like the goddess I am. We think of that queen energy with Leo too, the queen and the king, and just standing in our power as royalty, not from the ego space, from the space of our heart, right? And we all get to claim that, and it's our job to step up and claim that. So we have a lot of Leo activity here. Venus is hanging out close by as well. So it's at 5 degrees of Leo at the time of this new moon. And Venus adds this beautiful feminine touch. It is the goddess of love, beauty, prosperity, desire. It governs your ability to receive what you want. And we can only attract into our experience what we have created space to receive. So this beautiful Venus happening close to this new moon energy is inviting you to expand into receiving more of what you desire. So a lot of the themes I touched on already of feeling safe in your body to have the things you want. Now, Venus rules over relationships. It also is associated with values and our finances. And Leo energy is very much about romance as well. So we can see some changes coming into play in relationships at this time, whether it's attracting someone new into your life, whether it's changes in a relationship that you've been in for a while. But again, I feel very like positive energy. We're working with this fire energy of passion, of excitement, of fun, and of playfulness. And Venus in Leo does invite us to keep the fun in our relationships, like allow it to be fun. And that feeling as well of allow yourself to be treated like the queen that you are. And of course, give that in turn to other people as well. What we want to receive in our life, we want to give back out into the world around us too. Now, Mercury here is another planet I want to focus in on because it's in the sign of Cancer, still retrograde at the time of the new moon, but shortly after the new moon, it is going to go direct. And I think this is very significant because Mercury governs over our thoughts, our way of thinking. It is known as the messenger, and it went retrograde during the midst of eclipse season. So when you were undergoing this deep level transformation of getting back to your soul, what I'm here to do in the world, and releasing very ingrained old patterns. Now, Mercury here, about to go direct shortly after the new moon, is that invitation to not fall into the old ways of seeing things, because our perception of the world, it governs everything. I think of that quote by Dr. Wayne Dyer, when I change the way I look at things, the things I look at change. It all begins with your perception, how you are seeing the world. And when you have the courage, talking about Leo, that courage to see it in a new way, everything around you shifts. Now, it does take a little bit of work to change our old thought patterns because they come very ingrained. Like what we've practiced is the easiest to continue practicing. And that's why it can take a little effort to change this. But this new moon energy is really inviting you to move forward. There's no space for you to go back into old ways of thinking, old ways of self-talk, old stories that you have just evolved beyond and you have outgrown. Now, it's in a powerful opposition with Pluto. So Pluto up here at 21 degrees of Capricorn, opposing Mercury in Cancer. Power. Pluto is the planet of power. Pluto is the planet of breaking down in order to rebuild again. It is the phoenix energy of going through the darkness only to rise, always rising up stronger than ever before. And with this opposition of Mercury, it does really kind of point to some of the themes I feel were in place at the lunar eclipse, where we were digging deep into our subconscious and having greater insight and awareness into those patterns that were keeping us stuck, into those patterns that may have not even been ours. They're like passed along through the generations. We were able to really release that. So this is just further expressing that now it's time to move forward with that. And the power our subconscious has, it's not just our random thoughts that cross our mind, although that can be a glimpse into what's going on a little bit deeper. It's ultimately those core stories and beliefs that are going to govern how we show up in the world and what we attract. And we can change that. So don't go into guilt and shame around it. See this as very empowering, as, oh, wow, I can change my beliefs. A belief is just a thought I keep thinking. I can think a new thought. I can form a new belief pattern. And you're really invited to do that at the time of this new moon. And of course, anytime, but this new moon, the cosmos are really assisting you in just harnessing that beautiful power that you have that comes from within to really create the life that you desire, to attract the experiences you desire, and of course, make the impact you're here to make. We have to keep that in mind with the Leo energy too. The highest expression, the Leo energy is here to lead. It is here to step up. It's not here to follow. It's here to like blaze a new way forward and do it in a very fun, playful, empowered way. So just beautiful energy. Another aspect I want to look at is we have the square happening between Uranus over here in Taurus, and of course our moon, the sun, even Venus is involved for sure in the square with Uranus. So that's happening just right here. And Uranus is sometimes referred to as the planet of chaos because what it does is it wants us to progress. It's not interested in the status quo. It's interested in evolution, progression, change. And it takes courage to change. That keeps being a theme I come back to around this new moon because Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is a fixed sign. There's a sense of stubbornness there. Leo is also a fixed sign. So what this is really bringing through is we have to have the courage to not do things the way we've always done them and expect to get the same results. If you want a new result in your life, you have to be willing to do things in a different way, but deeper than doing things in a different way, it's like you have to be willing to step into a new identity, a new way of seeing the world, Mercury, new way of seeing the world and how I approach the world, a new energy. And the message, the quote that's come through around this, I can't remember who exactly said this, but I feel it's so powerful. And the quote is, as I let go of who I am, I become what I might be. And I feel that quote really kind of sums up the energy around this new moon as well, is I have to be willing to let go of who I once was in order to step into a new future. But the universe is fully supporting you in doing that. And it can be a little hard, like even just feeling that energy. It's like, what am I letting go of? What am I releasing? Is there like a grieving process here? But we're always moving forward. We're here to evolve. We're here to grow. And the best thing you can do is fully embrace that. Don't resist that in life. We can't fully resist it and feel happy and support it. We have to go with that. So this is having the courage to really embrace change. And I love that this theme of values is really coming in again as well, because Taurus governs over what we value. It also governs over finances. And we're seeing those same themes come into place with Venus over here in Leo. And it's in this square with Uranus. So it's really looking at, okay, in a practical sense, how do I make these changes? I have to look at what I'm valuing in my life. What are those core values? Is my life a reflection of that? We're looking at how we're approaching things like our relationships, which is such a core foundation of this life experience, and who I'm spending time with, who I'm attracting in, who I'm allowing into my life. It takes courage. The word courage, of course, with Leo, takes courage to fully open up and allow people into our life, allow people into our heart. But as we do that, our life can transform in really beautiful ways. Now, the last aspect I want to look at is a very positive one between Jupiter up here in Sagittarius, and Jupiter is still retrograding, and it's forming this beautiful trine over to the Sun, the Moon, and Venus. I just love this. And more fire energy coming in. Jupiter's right at home in Sagittarius, and this energy here really is what's giving us that push to step into the new, to adventure, to explore, to feel that fiery passion and excitement that we have when we're embarking on a new adventure. It's always like that feeling of being a little nervous because it is the unexpected, it's so new, but it's mainly that excitement of, yes, I'm so ready for this and I can't wait for the adventures that await, because I know there's going to be so much fun in the process. There's going to be so much growth in the process. I feel this just reminds us to enjoy the journey as well. Jupiter and Sagittarius in this beautiful trine. Enjoy the journey. Are you having fun along the way? It really isn't about the destination, because the destination is ever changing anyway. You reach one goal, it's just a launching off place for your next goal. And you're never going to be happy at the goal if you're not happy along the way of getting to the goal. So the work is, how do I want to feel in this moment? And just focusing more on the emotional aspect of it, because you do have the ability to cultivate the emotions you desire in this moment. All right, so I'm going to stop my share here, so you can see me a little bit better. And some guidance from the Akashic records around this is to keep in mind that what's being shown to us externally is often a mirror and a reflection of what we have going on internally. So it all begins with deciding, I'm going to step up, take that center stage in my life. I deserve to be treated like royalty. I deserve to be treated like the beautiful person that I am. And of course, I give that in turn. And once we cultivate this internally, the external will become a mirror for that. And this is why our relationships are our best teachers, because, I mean, they cause us to grow and really step up in incredible ways. And it's also this mirror of learning more about who we are and how we're showing up in the world and what we're allowing in to our space. So really just keep that in mind. The external is a mirror for what's going on internally. And when you do that inner work of just knowing, okay, this is the time to really step into my power. This is the time to trust myself. This is my time to really shine, and you give yourself permission to do that. It's amazing how the physical world and your relationships will shift to mirror that back to you. And most important, just have fun with all of it. Don't get into serious mode about it. This is not an overly serious energy. Leo is doing really big, powerful things in the world. That's Leo energy. I'm not just saying if you're a Leo, this is all of us pulling this in, but it's having fun while it's doing that. So keep it in mind. If you would like to book a private reading, check out the link below. I offer astrological readings as well as Akashic record readings. And upon special request, I can combine both for you. So I can take a look at your chart, what's been going on throughout eclipse season, what's coming up for you as you head into the second half of the year. And as you can probably gather from the way I do my videos and my work, it's not just about going over your astrology. I really love to help you know practical steps of working with it, as well as energetic shifts you need to make in order to really step into your soul purpose, your soul path, step into the next level of your journey, call in what you desire. So it's looking at the astrology, channeling any guidance that's coming through for you, and also doing any clearings and activations to really help you align with the energy in your chart and what you're here to do in the world. So check out those links below. I also have a free gift for you called Moon Goddess, Manifesting with the Lunar Cycles. That's definitely worth checking out. If, like me, you are obsessed with the moon, its power, its beauty, and it's very much that link to the goddess energy. So check that out if that's speaking to you. Sending lots of love and light your way and new moon blessings, and I will see you very soon. Bye.